Good morning, welcome to a new session of video class. In this class, I will discuss about uh, the fundamentals of hydrogen fuel, hydrogen as a fuel, and the history of the hydrogen fuel. This is one of the important topic in renewable energy paper of 6th semester of final BSc students. Right. First, we will discuss about what is hydrogen energy or what is the hydrogen fuel and what is its importance, and of course then we will go for the history of hydrogen as a fuel. Right. Before going to this one, just I want to tell a few words, because the science and technology people across the world, the people or the scientists that are involved in science and technology across the world believes that there are two energy sources that will give abundant energy, or these two energy sources will certainly fulfill the energy requirements of the present society as well as the future generations. Right? What is that one? They said that, or they are strongly believing that there are two energy sources that can have the capability to fulfill all the energy requirements of today as well as the future generations. They are one, hydrogen energy, the second one is nuclear energy. We know that nuclear energy is not renewable energy, but it is even though it is not completely renewable energy, it is not completely, but it is having the nature of renewability in a certain extent, but it is not completely a renewable energy, but it is having a tremendous amount of energy. Therefore, nuclear energy is believed that it will certainly fulfill the energy requirements of the future. And the second one is hydrogen energy. Hydrogen energy. It is a renewable source of energy. It can be produced from all the primary energy sources abundantly. It will be available. It can be produced in so many natural and energy production or reactions. Therefore, hydrogen naturally available and it can be produced from so many things. Therefore, it is abundantly available. In natural processes also hydrogen will be delivered. Therefore, it is abundantly available. It is a renewable energy source. It is also a tremendous energy source. That's why, all the people that are involved in the science and technology are strongly believed that these two energy sources, one is the nuclear energy, the second one is the hydrogen energy, will successfully fulfill the energy requirements of the coming days in great future also. In which the hydrogen is having one of the most important positions as far as the future energy sources are concerned. Of course, all the renewable energy sources are having that capability, but these two are because of the energy content, because of the abundance of the hydrogen, because of the nature of these two energy sources. These two energy sources are certainly the answer for the replacement of all the conventional energy sources in the future, and of course they will fulfill all the energy requirements in the coming generation, for the coming generation. That is one of the important things just I want to mention in the beginning. Second one, hydrogen is not a primary energy source. It is a secondary energy source. It is an energy agent. It is an energy carrier. Okay, it is not a primary energy source. What is a primary energy source? Solar energy, wind energy, ocean energy, biomass energy, coal, natural gas, natural oil. These are all the primary energy sources because they are available in nature and they can be used to produce energy directly. That's why the energy sources that are available in nature and can able to produce the useful energy directly are known as the primary energy sources. Whereas the secondary energy sources means these sources can be produced. It means that the primary energy sources can produce the secondary energy sources. It means that hydrogen will be produced by the primary energy sources. Therefore, it is a secondary energy source. And it is an energy agent. It is an energy carrier. Why it is an energy agent or carrier? Because it consists of tremendous amount of energy that is there in the hydrogen. And it can produce other forms of energy. As it possesses tremendous amount of energy and it can able to produce other forms of energy, it is known as the energy carrier or energy agent. But this it can be produced from the primary energy sources, therefore it is known as the secondary energy source. In that way, hydrogen is a secondary energy source or energy carrier or energy source because it can be produced from the other primary energy sources, but it consists of tremendous amount of energy that is there inherently in it, and that energy can be converted into any useful form of energy. That's why it is known as the secondary energy source and or energy carrier or energy agent. Right. Hydrogen fuel is seen as a great sustainable energy source for the future generation. Just now I mentioned that one. It can made safely from the renewable energy sources and virtually pollution free. It can be produced from the renewable energy sources, safely produced from the renewable energy sources. Actually, it can be produced from fossil fuels also, where it will give some pollution. Whereas in case of non-renewable energy sources, from the renewable energy sources, we can produce hydrogen, and it is virtually pollution free. It is virtually pollution free. That is very, very important. It has zero emissions. It means that the usage of hydrogen or production of hydrogen as well as the usage of hydrogen doesn't produce any harmful gases or poisonous gases. And it is used in vehicles and also to heat homes and offices and to generate electricity, and as a fuel for aircraft. It is also used in the aircraft as a fuel. Hydrogen has great potential in reducing dependence in the imported fuel sources such as oil. Actually, across the world, so many countries, more than 85% of the countries depends upon the countries which are having oil resources, petroleum resources, natural gas resources and coal resources. Now, when once the hydrogen fuel improves, then what will happen? This improvement or the development of hydrogen as a fuel will certainly has a great potential in reducing dependence of those countries on the other countries. Hydrogen plays a major energy role as an alternative to the widely used gasoline. Gasolines means coal, natural gas and natural oil. These are the conventional energy sources. These are the energy sources that are used plentifully at the present conditions also. Present system is also concerned. But alternatively to this energy sources, conventional energy sources, renewable energy sources are developed. But renewable energy sources, all the renewable energy sources are not having that capability to replace gasolines. Only the hydrogen and of course the nuclear energy, especially the hydrogen energy, have that capability to replace the gasolines, or they alter this will be considered as an alternative energy source when compared with the gasolines. Right. Hydrogen, like electricity, it can be considered as a pure energy carrier. It is a secondary energy source. Hydrogen is produced from various domestic sources such as renewable energies and nuclear energy, right? In long run, hydrogen simultaneously reduces the dependence upon the foreign oil and emissions of the greenhouse and pollutants. Okay, in the coming days, certainly the hydrogen energy will reduce the dependence on foreign oils and foreign fossil materials, and it doesn't give any greenhouse gases, and of course it may be no, it doesn't produce any pollutions also. Hydrogen is considered to be the simplest element in existence. It is the simplest element, lightest element in the existence. Hydrogen is also abundant in the earth crust also, right? However, hydrogen as a gas cannot be found directly on the earth. Hydrogen cannot be found directly on the earth. It can be produced, that's why it is not the secondary energy source. Because hydrogen gas is lighter than air, and as a result it moves into the upper atmosphere. Okay, natural hydrogen is always associated with other elements in the form of compounds such as water, coal and petroleum. Okay, the compounds like water, coal and petroleum consist of hydrogen along with the other elements. Okay, along with the other elements. Okay, right. Hydrogen has more energy than any other fuel in terms of the mass. In terms of the mass, okay, hydrogen has more energy when compared with any other sources. It means that 1 gram of hydrogen can produce more energy when compared with any other energy resource is concerned. Hydrogen, on the other hand, has the lowest energy of volume. By volume, it is lowest energy because it is a light element, therefore it will occupy more. That is a different thing. It is the lightest element, and it is a gas at normal pressure. Okay. Power generation with hydrogen fuel cell is 100% clean, and drinking water is also produced by a product. Hydrogen fuel cell. Now, okay, hydrogen fuel cell. What is a fuel cell? Electrochemical cell is known as the fuel cell. Electrochemical cell is known as a fuel cell. What electrochemical cell do? In electrochemical cell, the chemical energy will be converted into the chemical energy of an element can be converted into electrical energy. Such cells are known as the electrochemical cells, and hydrogen fuel cells. In the hydrogen fuel cells, the chemical reactions of the hydrogen will be converted into the useful electrical energy. That's why it is known as the hydrogen fuel cell. And hydrogen fuel cell is 100% clean. And of course, it also produces the drinking water, okay, as a byproduct. Hydrogen fuel cell also produces drinking water as a byproduct. Okay, that's why the future is future is completely depends upon the hydrogen fuel cell. Hydrogen, a green fuel, no doubt, is the fuel of the future, no doubt. It is also used in the rockets. Okay, the use of hydrogen fuel without CO2 sheds gives revolution in the field of transportation. As far as the transportation is concerned, usage of the present fuels, the gasolines, produce more amount of carbon dioxide, which is very harmful. Now, when the hydrogen is used, then no emission of carbon dioxide will be there. Therefore, certainly it will be a resolution. It is a revolution in the field of transport if we use the hydrogen as the fuel. Right? Gasoline, gas, coal and other forms of fuel are gradually displaced by the hydrogen. Just now I discussed that. Certainly the conventional fuel energies in coming days will be totally displaced by the hydrogen. From industrial to home consumption, the use of hydrogen as the main fuel will lead to the future progress. Additionally, as already mentioned, it will ultimately be the resource that controls the balance of electrical market. Electricity market can be certainly controlled by the hydrogen because it can address the energy needs. Right, versatile and environmentally friendly. It is a versatile element. Okay, available abundantly, environmentally friendly. Hydrogen does not produce CO2. Okay, when it burns, and of course it produces water and heat. That is a very important thing. Used in decarbonization, used to decarbonize the electricity, heating and transportation and industrialization. As far as the present sectors, that is the electricity sector, heating sector, transport sector and industrial sector is concerned, the present fuels that are used are producing the carbon agents. Now, usage of hydrogen in these sectors certainly produces no carbon production. Therefore, carbon decarbonization will take place because of this one. Hydrogen, a pure energy element, is easily transported, stored and blended with the current place. It can also mixed or blended with the current fuels also. Okay, it has a high yield rate, that is each 1 gram can produce 122 kilojoules. It is abundantly, it has high diversity, it can be converted into other, and of course it can be mixed with others also. It is a versatile fuel, right? Okay, okay, this is about all these things are the advantages and the nature of the hydrogen fuel. Of course, okay, not found free in the nature, that is one of the minus for this one. Low ignition power, like SNS, currently expensive because okay, the technology is still under great development in order to produce the hydrogen. Okay, that's why at present technology, because of the present technology, because of the rate of production of hydrogen, the present hydrogen rate is somewhat expensive. But the coming days, the hydrogen can be easily produced from various natural resources and natural reactions also. Okay, that's why this is about the the introduction about the hydrogen. Hydrogen as a fuel, the importance of hydrogen, the nature of the hydrogen, and it is the future energy resource. It is certainly the future energy resource, right? Future energy resource. Okay, right. Now let us move to the what it is on the history of hydrogen as a fuel, which is a short note. Okay, as far as the finite syllabus is concerned, right? History of hydrogen as a fuel. Hydrogen is most abundant element in the nature. We know that one. Just now we discussed. Hydrogen is a renewable energy source and considered as the alternative future source of energy. This is considered as the alternative future source of energy. It is very high energy content. Okay, that also we know because already just we discussed. Used to generate electricity for the automobiles and industries. In 1893, Sir William Robert Grove mixed hydrogen and oxygen to produce electricity and water. Of course, okay, before 1893 also some scientists tried to produce the electricity and other things and succeeded a little extent. But okay, as far as the timeline of history of hydrogen is concerned, this is the remarkable year where in 1893, not 1893, Sir William Robert Grove mixed hydrogen and oxygen to produce electricity and water. Okay, this is the first successful one. This process was not efficient, but as far as efficiency is concerned, it is not so efficient, and a little amount of energy was generated. Okay, that is also one of the, of course. In 1889, Ludwig Mond and Charles Longer coined the term fuel cell. Okay, these people in 1889 they coined the term fuel cell. Fuel cell means the cell which consists of the fuel, the useful fuel, which can be converted into the useful form. Right. They tried to build fuel cells with air and industrial coal. They tried to build what is a coal fuel cell by means of air and industrial coal. Okay. In 1920, fuel cell research in Germany helped to make a way for future cell research. Okay. In 1920, the fuel cell research in Germany helped or established that there is a great future for the cell research. An engineer named Francis T. Bacon developed the research on fuel cells in 1930 and proved that fuel cell is a good process of energy resource. Okay, it was identified that fuel cell is a good resource of energy. In October 1959, Henry Carl Irving, okay, powered the first vehicle with fuel cell. Okay, this is the year where the the first fuel cell aided vehicle was run. During the year 1960, German electronics produced the first electrical power with the fuel cell on the NASA Gemini and Apollo space capsule. Okay, in 1960, General Electronics belongs to the America, USA. They developed energy fuel cells and they used that one in NASA's Gemini and Apollo space shuttle. First bus was powered by the hydrogen fuel cell. Okay, was completed in 1993. The first bus that is powered by the hydrogen fuel cell, okay, was involved in 1993. In 1998, Iceland transferred its economy into hydrogen fuel cell based one. Okay, as far as this Iceland country is concerned, from 1998, they transfer their total energy requirements into the region of fuel cells because the availability of conventional energy source and other energy sources are limited there. Therefore, okay, they developed the hydrogen fuel cell technology. Okay, and with this hydrogen fuel cell technology, their total energy or their total energy dependence will be transferred into the region of fuel cell, into the region of fuel cell. In 1999, in Germany, released the first hydrogen-based fuel cell station. In 1919 itself, in Germany, they established the first hydrogen-based fuel station, filling station. 2004, the world first fuel cell powered submarine undergoes deeper into the trials. Okay, it means that in 2004 itself, hydrogen fuel cell was used in the submarines in order to power that one. This was used by Germany Navy. Right. Today and 2050 to 2050 future vision. From today onwards up to 50 years, the future vision. Okay, what is the future vision? In the future, water will replace the fossil fuels as the primary resource of hydrogen. As a primary resource of hydrogen. See this one? Okay. In the coming future, certainly hydrogen will be the energy source that will replace the fossil fuels. Okay, and in order to produce hydrogen also, okay, we will make use of water. Therefore, water will replace fossil fuels as the primary resources to produce hydrogen. It means that in coming days, certainly instead of fossil fuels, by using water, we can able to produce hydrogen, which is an energy capsule or energy cell. Okay, which can be used to power so many things. Okay, hydrogen energy and fuel cell power will be clean, abundant, reliable, affordable, and integral part of all sectors of economy in the future world. Okay, the hydrogen fuel or the hydrogen power is clean power, abundantly available. It is a reliable one, affordable one. Therefore, certainly the development of hydrogen fuel or hydrogen energy, okay, will change or will place a vital role in the integral parts of all sectors of economy in the world. All sectors of economy will be changed or will be shined by means of this clean, abundantly available, reliable, affordable energy source, that is the hydrogen. Such a great estimations are there as far as the hydrogen energy is concerned in the coming years. Already the hydrogen fuel cells are developed, they are using in so many fields. That's why hydrogen is certainly having that capability to replace all the conventional energy sources in order to address the present and coming energy resources and future, and certainly it will remain as a rising star as far as the future energy source is concerned. Right? See you in the next class.